subscribe.
Cool. So this is our FMUL test laboratory. We test up to 500 horsepower. You'll see right now they're setting up for a vertical inline.
Right here at the front here.
Right here at the front.
Yep.
And then we do all of our leak testing in the back, you'll see in that area, as well as our vertical turbine testing. We test up to about 13 feet in length. Anything longer than that is tested shorter and then built. Assembled over here.
What pressure are you testing your pumps to?
It depends on the pump. Our main ranges are probably from 44 PSI to a little over 200.
Yeah.
We have some much higher, but that's kind of your bread and butter range for domestic.
And are you guys recirculating water? Like what's your setup here? I see you got a big pit.
Yeah,
over
so
there.
we're recirculating water here.
Yep.
And then it goes around and back. So this is a 1,500 gallon tank here. We have I think that's a 5,000 gallon over there, and then a 10,000, the one that reaches up to, I believe it's about a 25 foot ceiling.
Wow.
So that's where all of your 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 gallon a minute pumps will be tested. And that's up to 500 horsepower. Each one of the controllers are VFDs, so we can test different voltage ranges, different hertz ranges. And then we have multiple test stands that are one here. Most of them are set up permanently now that we have more testing capabilities. But just maybe 5 years ago, this was our only test facility. This one here, and then we had two motors. So we have a 2-pole and 4-pole for that specific one. And then for a vertical turbine, I believe we have a 50, 75, 100, 150, 200, 300, and 400 horsepower motor. Which you can see the 400 right here. It's a big boy.
Just a baby.
Big boy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're increasing your testing capabilities. Is that directly related to the increased production and the amount of pumps that you guys are
it
for
is,
lack of a better term, pumping out?
Yeah, so we've grown about 2 times in the last 5 to 7 years.
Which brings us right into the warehouse right here.
Exactly, which a big reason for that is our stocking capability. We have about 400 to 500 horizontal split cases on the shelf at all times. Wow. You can see that we just got another shipment in.
Right here.
Which these are all brand new.
Yep.
Just arrived. Ready to be, ready for a home.
Now, so essentially with having inventory like this, your lead time is based off of motor availability.
Correct.
Diesel, electric, whatever. Are you stocking different motors?
We are not
diesels,
stocking motors. So if you look at how WEG operates, typically anything with our stocking range and our pressure ranges from, especially 460 volt, which is here, mainly domestic 460 and 208 volt, they stock really anything from 15 horsepower probably to about 150 is typically in stock at those voltage ranges. Anything above that, the lead times can get a little higher, but most of that's in stock. And thankfully, WEG is about 15 minutes down the road. It's about 2 minutes from my house.
So don't tell anybody, but if you need something quick.
Yeah, if somebody needs something quick, we have very, very, very good capability of spitting pumps out. I think our record was 2 days.
Tested,
fully tested, trim, balanced, tested, assembled, painted, out the door, 2 days.
Holy shit. Where do you paint? Because that's the only thing, we did a big tour around here, but like you paint on site too?
Yeah, we do paint on site.
Okay.
So some of our motors are already red, but we still paint those to our paint spec.
Sure.
Diesels are already painted, so we're painting those pumps prior to the engine arriving. All of our spool pieces are pre-painted somewhere else and shipped to us. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 3,000 impellers right there.
Just a couple. if you need one or two.
Just a few.
Yeah, just ready for you.
Just a few. So like, you know, our pumps, just like, you know, many other brands, you'll have a base model. So like this base model would be a TD20.
Yep.
And then we have an EFG impeller, which do different pressures and flow ranges.
Yep, depending on the width, the size, the length.
Correct.
Yeah. Awesome.
Correct. This is our, we didn't get to touch base, we didn't get to walk over here the other day, but this is our machining facility. This is where all of our impellers are machined.
Okay.
You'll see right now, we got a stainless one on the lathe right now. So we have three lathes. You can't see the other one over there.
Okay.
But that one's, I think it was made in 1944, right around World War II.
Is that the one everybody wants to
Which
use?
is very, it's a smaller lathe, but it's very cool. But this is our main one that we do all of the bronze on.
Okay.
This one has a lot better cooling capability, so we do all the stainless here. And then we have two balance machines. That one is where we do all of our dual plane balancing, so all of our horizontal split cases are done there for the most part. And you'll see this mandrel on here right now is for single plane, so all of our vertical turbines are balanced on this machine.
Awesome.
This is the assembly area.
Okay.
So this is, again, this is part of, you know, kind of how we operate, is having stock of all of our components to put together a pump set.
This is
So
base
like,
assembly.
so these bases are specifically built. So this would be special for a job.
Okay.
This isn't a standard base, but these here, these are your standard, these are all motor chairs. You have your coupling guards, and then all of our base, these are standard bases. So you can see we probably have, you know, maybe 60 to 80 different bases.
And those are all fabricated right here.
Those are not in our, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're just down the street.
Down the street, yeah.
And then you can see we have probably 70 pumps, 50 to 70 pumps waiting on motors.
Okay, so
Or
this
an
is
engine.
this is your orders.
Yeah, so
Kind
this
of
is
bay?
this is everything that's waiting on a driver.
Right.
Okay, so we have all the ones that are already painted our red. Those are engines. Those are going directly on an engine.
Yep.
So anything electric is not pre-painted, and then we'll paint the whole thing together
Sure.
once it's assembled.
Yep.
There's
Now
our,
the paint, because you like I've noticed you guys are very particular. Are you guys taping off
yes.
these guards, or are they just waiting until after to put those in?
No, all this is taped off.
All taped off at a time.
It's all taped off prior to painting.
Yeah.
And then we have, on an electric, we have little plugs that we put on the bolts and studs. Make sure those don't get painted. But this is probably one of the coolest ones. This is probably the coolest thing that we've done recently, is have these really nice tags with the QR code.
Yep.
And then maybe a year ago we started doing it to where this is instead of engraved,
Yep.
now they're laser etched on there, so
Yeah,
it just
so it's
shows
nice and
much
clean.
better.
Yeah, nice and clean. Probably take a better picture too.
Oh, it takes a lot better.
Which is, I mean, 90% of the time, that's when I'm snapping a picture.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
home
there's
data
so
point,
many
right?
people when you're on a job site, you're grabbing some dirt or something and rubbing it on the numbers, just trying to make them out.
Have you done this
So-
before? Sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, so we've done that before, and we've had a lot of people complain. So finally, we made it very, very nice, so everyone can scan that QR code on that tag and get all of your job information, which is very, very, very helpful. I'm not sure why other people don't do it, but there's just so many times where somebody's on site and they don't know if they're making pressure or not. They want to take a look at a curve.
Yep.
They don't have the curve on them.
So that links, that QR code links to your website?
That links, yeah, it links to our website, and it links to the entire submittal of that project.
Nice.
So you can
Holy
look at the
cow.
motor information, the engine information, any tank information, whatever was supplied on that job.
Holy cow.
All of that information's there
How big
for
is
the customer.
how big is your website right now?
I'm not
That's
sure.
got to be using a lot of.
Well,
I don't know
that's
what it is
it's a
bandwidth. I'm not
separate.
an
So
internet guy.
so we have it's not linked to our actual SPP
yeah.
website. It's an extranet. It's a different kind of little portal.
Yep. Stores.
But yeah, this is all of our stock items that come in. All of our controllers that go specifically for our customers come here. Any motors come here when they come in, and then they'll be pulled into the facility when they're needed.
Eccentric and concentric
reducers, waste cones,
Yeah.
hose headers, and then all of our gasket kits, casing relief valves, air relief valves, gauges, tank fittings.
Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Main pressure relief valves.
for lack of a better term, soup to nuts, anything you need for your fire pump.
Yeah, these are the multi-stage domestic water pumps here.
Okay.
So I went to India to learn how to build and assemble these, and if anyone's interested, there is a educational video that we put together of me walking through these pumps and how to do that.
How was that? How was India?
India's interesting. It's very interesting.
It's a very political answer. I didn't know you were into politics.
Yeah.
India is interesting.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
No follow-up questions. Got it.
But
This
yeah,
is ready to ship?
this is all ready to ship. This is probably $1 million and $1.5 million inventory, just waiting, ready to go.
Whew. Hot dog. $1 million, $1.5 million. We got some big diesels. We're still waiting on a motor on this one.
Yeah, so that
We're
one.
still waiting on the pump on this one, but this is ready to ship.
Yeah, these are all ready to ship. Anything that you see packaged, completely packaged like this, is ready to ship. This is not ready to ship. I'm not sure what this is for specifically. Maybe for a vertical turbine, but there's the coupling. Coupling is there. Muffler. Guard over there, so I'm not sure. Maybe for a vertical turbine, maybe for a large split case, but that would probably at least be a 2500.
That's a big
I would
dog.
imagine.
Awesome.
Probably around 500 horse somewhere.
So how long have you been with SPP?
A little over 12 years.
A little over 12 years.
A little
Holy
over 12
shit.
years. So yeah, you see these. My first 2 weeks at the company were taking the stickers off the flanges of those pumps and grinding and making sure they were nice and clean.
That
for
was your
shipping.
first 2 years?
That was my, well, not first 2 years, first 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's
2 weeks. And then I moved over to testing. I tested for, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 months. And then I took over vertical turbines. And I built and tested vertical turbines for maybe a year or so. And then I took over production.
Awesome.
And I was a production manager for 6-7 years. And then I moved to sales and aftermarket support, and I've been doing that for a little over 4 now. So
Awesome.
Hopefully that timeline makes sense, but
yeah, sure it does. I'm not gonna. I didn't do them. I wasn't doing the math. I'm not questioning it at all. Awesome. So we've almost come full circle. What else do we got to see here?
I'll bring you over to the paint booth. Here's a bunch of old controllers if anyone needs one.
Old controllers?
Yeah, these are all stock controllers. If anyone just needs some parts or anything, you can look at that old master.
No kidding.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. So is this just inventory you guys bought? Is that why you kind of order things to
Yeah, I
suit
think
now,
we've.
so you don't
Yeah, I think we've actually.
gutted it already?
We've actually. Yeah. There's some gutting action going there.
Oh yeah. She know.
Yep. So we've gutted a few things. I think some of the parts of this controller actually are testing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this pump actually just came back. This was this pump had some issues. That it was rebuilt on site from clockwise to counterclockwise.
Yep.
And it looks like something happened. I actually took some pictures of this the other day, but it has a really thick film on this, and this is not a very old pump. So I'm wondering kind of what
If it sat?
water quality.
Yeah, it looks like it could have sat.
And it looks like
spun, right?
Exactly. I think it sat and didn't run for a while. I mean, this pump's only a year old. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's just.
Yeah.
I just think it just water sat on it. The pump didn't run, and then they went to rebuild it. And
Said no bueno.
no. But
That's
you know,
one
changing.
of the most frustrating things when you go to try to service a pump and are unsuccessful. Just minor things can be something that something's going on with that pump that you just can't catch, right?
Yeah, well, with our pumps, unlike some other brands, all of the parts that you have in the pump currently
Yep.
can be used for a change from clockwise to counterclockwise,
Yes.
and vice versa.
Yep.
Some other brands, you might have to get a different shaft sleeve or a different shaft, but ours you can actually use the same parts, which is really nice. This is our paint booth.
Okay.
So anything that's painted, anything large, houses, anything from Synchro will be painted in here, and then we have smaller stuff. You'll see that they have 4 little small stands there that they probably just painted some of the domestic product on.
Oh, I like that. I like that little saying on the wall. My grandfather used to say, write your name and phone number on every piece of pipe you put in. That way, if somebody has a problem with it, they can come to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't go over there too much, but this is the Synchro side of the business.
Yeah. Which is more plumbing mechanical?
Correct.
Awesome.
But they do. They're a full-on packager. They package any kind of water system you can think of: irrigation, municipal, fire.
How many pumps are you guys putting out the door a day here?
On
average.
On average, we're 4 to 6.
Okay.
We do about 1,200 a year.
Jeez. Okay.
But that's pretty much our capacity. Some days, with pump testing, there's always some kind of intangibles. You know, each pump is casted, so each pump is slightly different than the next.
Yeah. Yep.
So, you know, spending time testing, you know, one impeller, you know, at the same diameter might be, you know, a pound higher than the next one at the same diameter. So having to test that, making sure they pass on both pressure and horsepower, but then doing retesting, and then we have, you know, newer pumps. We just released the TQ20
Okay.
last year, which took place of, I want to say, 5 different models. So that one pump took care of that full range.
Does that help you guys with inventory, speed of deliverables?
It does. Because yeah, like I mentioned earlier, each one of those base pumps might have, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 different impellers that you can put in that base model casing. So that eliminated that for at least one model range.
So we're kind of moving towards the training and education session portion of the building. Let's talk a little bit about one of the reasons why I was down here anyways is to attend Fire Tech Productions fire pump maintenance course, which was fantastic. And you guys, you know, graciously give them the opportunity to use a portion of your building, not the whole thing, but a portion of it for alignment, packing, fire pumps like that. How is the relationship with Fire Tech Productions?
Yeah, they've been coming here for years, and we have Wills Across here locally that does a lot of our commissioning.
Yep.
Locally and throughout the Southeast if needed, but he's been in the fire protection industry for probably 40 or 50 years, I would say.
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah, and he's incredible, and they do an amazing job. But a part of that is them using our facility, coming and training on our pumps, training on Fire Troll, Tornatec controllers, Clark engines.
It's in like your training center is amazing. You got diesel fire pump, electric fire pump, you got controllers, and then you've got a ton of the older pumps that the guys use for repacking, realignments, and stuff like that. Test header outside, flying water, flowing water. It's awesome. And then you've got a little bit of everybody's testing equipment as well. So if you're a play pipe guy, if you're a hose monster guy, if you're a flow buster guy, if you're a riptide guy, you can experience all of those different ways to do flow testing.
Yeah, and we have the newest controllers in here. So every few years or so, we retrofit everything with the newest equipment. We just completely did a remodel of this facility about 2 years ago.
Yep.
I think we may have finished last year, but we started about 2 years ago. And we have not only fire tech, but SPP University comes through here with the same, not exact training model, but that more focuses on the SPP brand, our pumps, even though they service
Everything.
they service a little bit more in the fire tech. The SPP class is for people who are going to be servicing our fire pumps.
Awesome.
And that's normally about a 2-day, 3-day class, but it's a deep dive into fire pumps. And all of the products that you'll see in our packaging, Tornatec, fire troll controllers, Clark engines, all of the valves. And that's just, it's really good. We haven't been able to focus on it as much as we'd like to this year because this is the first year we've reopened it since COVID.
Right.
So we've only had a few come through here, but they're great.
Yeah.
They're great. And Will's is also typically a part of that.
Awesome.
And then we'll have, may or may not have somebody from WEG, may or may not have somebody from Clark there. If we don't, Chris teaches that portion. And then we'll have local AIC, which is a fire troll rep. They'll come and they'll do a full course on controllers, and by the end of it, you get a lot out of it.
How does somebody get a hold of you guys to get involved with SPP University?
Email us.
Just email?
Email us. Anyone in the sales team.
Yeah, what's your email?
Email is Connor, CONNOR_Cousens, COUSENS, @SPPPumps.com.
Awesome.
And then either myself, Christopher Dilday, Colton Jones, or Wilson Wills, and then we all just kind of team up. We like to have maybe, at least 10 people in the class at a time. But they're great. Everyone loves them. We have people asking us all the time for it. So, we through our busy schedules, we do our best to accommodate as many people as we can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tour. Thanks for the constant support. And thanks for having me.